What's up guys, it's Cigar Carpenter Mike, and today I will be reviewing the West Tampa Tobacco Company Circle of Life. I have it in the 6x54 Toro size. This was sent to me by Tony Lorenko. Thanks, man. This one has an Ecuadorian Habano Oscuro wrapper, a Ecuadorian Sumatra binder, and then the fillers are Dominican Corojo 99, and then a couple different leaves from Nicaragua, from Condega, Esteli, and Jalapa. Now I've had a decent amount of West Tampas, and some of them I enjoyed, some of them I thought were okay. I don't think there's any that I really just didn't like, but I have had some, when they were a newer company, I had some construction issues with them. I haven't had any in a long time, so it'll be interesting to try this one out. Got a little gold footband I'll be taking off. I'll get this thing lit up and come back with initial tasting notes. All right, I'm not gonna do a close-up because YouTube doesn't like that, but this cigar is rugged looking. Very, very bumpy. You know, it looks like leaves from your backyard wrapped around it as a wrapper leaf. Anyway, it's smoking fine though. On the draw, it's got like earthy oak with a little bit of a vegetal hint. On the retro, blow the whole draw to your nose, it's like a dry, floral, like hollow nuttiness. It's like, it's essence of nuttiness, but there's no like density to it. And then there's some red pepper. And then on the finish, blow the whole draw out of your mouth. It starts out with like a walnut-like nuttiness, and there's like blips of like anise and leather. And there's maybe like a little bit of like kind of raisiny like sweetness going on. So far there's some good points and there's some bad points. This cigar could go either way. So I will burn through the first third and check back in with better details. All right, I'm getting to the end of the first third of this West Tampa Circle of Life. The draw isn't too appealing. It's got like a lightly charred earthy oak. But then on the retro, if you blow the whole draw out of your nose, it starts out with like earthy espresso, and then there's like this kind of bright, sort of musty oak, which I'm enjoying. It's like a crisp oak flavor. It's not really dense and like soggy oak, I guess is all I could describe it as. But then lingering on the palate after that retro, there's a little blip of walnuts, and then there's like coffee and a fig-like sweetness, and there's maybe a little bit of salt in there. And like that combination is really good. And then on the finish, blow the whole draw out of your mouth. It starts out with a popcorn kernel like nuttiness with a little bit of earth. And then that like fig-like sweetness with coffee comes in. So the draw's not good. The retro's okay. And then the lingering notes after that's pretty good. And then the finish is pretty good. So kind of in the same place I was after Light Up, where it's like the good parts could get even better, or the bad parts could get worse. So we'll see. I'll burn through the second third of this thing and check back in with an update. All right, I'm getting towards the end of the second third of this West Tampa Circle of Life. The draw now it's really not good. It's a bitter oak and like too bitter with earthy black pepper. So I'm not really enjoying the draw, but the retro is like a musty floral earth with a touch of pepper, which is, it's nice. Like I enjoy musty notes. The florality is like breaking up the density of the earth enough that it's balanced well, along with a little bit of that pepper. And then lingering on the palate after that retro is like earth and nutty coffee. And there's just a hint of that fig-like sweetness. I wish it were more prominent. And there's something like it's almost like a smoky cocoa. So the retro's pretty good. And then on the finish, if you pull the whole draw out of your mouth, there's toasted peanuts with coffee. On the long finish, that fig-like sweetness shows up a little bit. There's some like earthy leather with like the popcorn kernel nuttiness in the background. So retro and finish is pretty good. The draw sucks. So I'll burn through this final third and check back in with a summary. All right, I'm getting towards the end of the final third of this West Tampa Circle of Life. It's had pretty good construction the whole way. It's held ash in thirds. I just held that one too long and dropped it right on my laptop. But on the draw, there's like earth, leather, oak, and black pepper, and there's like an underlying musty florality. But it's buried down deep below those main notes. On the retro, if you blow the whole draw to your nose, there's like a cedar and some sharp white pepper. And then lingering on the palate after that retro, there's popcorn kernel nuttiness with some charred oak, and there's like just a little bit of sweetness in the background, but it's not much at all. On the finish, if you blow the whole draw to your mouth, there's kind of like charred popcorn kernels. And then on the long finish, there's some black pepper and some earth, and like the nuttiness of the popcorn kernels without the char rides out the long finish. There's a little bit of like bitterness at the back of the palate, but there's also like a little bit of sweetness. So there's that. There's a little bit of both. Overall, I don't think this cigar is for me. It's a little too earthy for me. There's some bitter qualities to it that I don't really enjoy all that much, but there is some positive qualities to this, right? Like the coffee notes were nice, that like fig-like sweetness was nice, the nuttiness is nice, and even at times, like the oak was done well. Like when it was like a lightly charred, earthy oak, it wasn't too terrible. When it turned bitter, that's when it was off-putting. There's good little bits of pepper in here, a little bit of florality. Like as a total package, I don't think I need to smoke one again, but I could see how this could be good for people if you like earthier cigars. And you know, I don't drink. I used to. I was pretty good at it, so I don't anymore. But this may be a thing where like, I know some people really love like the M81 and Cigar Hound Dog does not, and I'm not a big fan of it either. But I think he tried it with like some sort of whiskey, and something about that balanced it out. Like this may be the type of cigar and like this kind of category of cigar with like the really earthy notes and stuff like that, that you really need to pair with some sort of alcohol. Some sort of whiskey or bourbon or whatever, right? Or you may just really like this flavor profile, but didn't love it, but I think they accomplished what they were going for. Like, I don't think it's a poorly made cigar by any means. It's just not really my style. But if it is your style, you may really like it, you know? That's how cigars go. So that's about all I got on this one. Some positive qualities for me, some negative qualities. Ultimately, I don't want to smoke it again, but it may be your thing. Anyways, as always, don't forget to check out our Thursday night live stream, Cigars Unbanded. That's a good time. That's in partnership with Small Batch. If you're not subscribed to my channel and you want to be, there'll be a button over here. I'll have some review over here and some playlist down here. Thanks for watching.